That Mark Cavendish is a man for the big stage has never been in doubt. Nonetheless, word proof needed. His victory on the last day of the Giro d'Italia in May, his 17th in Italy's national tour, provided a moment worthy of its gladiatorial setting in the shadow of the Colosseum. And speaking of grand finales, have we mentioned that this is Cav's farewell Tour de France?
Cavendish blasts away to victory and he absolutely trams the field. Cavendish is back!
I think it took me a while to recover from the Giro. I think in the original plan I wouldn't have finished the Giro, but I did and I won, so it was worth it.
Was that one for sentimental reasons as well, that you finished the Giro?
Yeah, I used back in the day, you know, I'd do maybe half the Giro and then stop, but they're extra days racing, I like racing, so every day I get to race, I'm happy.
The Tour de France website says one thing, other people says another thing about how many sprint finishes there are going to be. Do you have a clear number in your mind?
5.
5.
If every team wants a bunch sprint, there'll be 5. Like, obviously, when I seen the Tour route announced, straight away you go, OK, there's 8. But, for instance, Limoges, normally a bunch sprint. Marcel Kittel won there last time we were in Limoges. But it's a different finish. It's 1 kilometre climb at the finish. Realistically, I'm probably not going to be there for that.
Talking of analysing the specific finishes and also lead-out men, you've got your old mate, Mark Renshaw, on board. Talk to me a bit about how that came about.
I haven't seen him 4 years since he stopped, but he kind of subtly put the idea to me early in the year, and it made sense. He knows how I want to sprint, so it takes a lot of the pressure off me having to do my homework.
I think everybody wants him to win another stage, so, you know, if I can just bring 1% and make that a little bit more possible. There's so much data, but now we get the KLM files, the GPX files, we can overlay them over Google Earth, we can really do fly view over the finals, and then we can do drop-down points and really look at exactly the road conditions. Nothing's going to beat reconning the stage, so it's good to look at the Google Earth and the KLM files, and then it's good to be there in person.
It was the same when we worked with Eric Zabel when we were in HTC. You know, we knew if there was a corner and you couldn't see round the corner, there's a house or something, and Eric would say, you can't see round it, but you can go full gas round it, don't break. Yeah. You can take his word for it. And Renshaw's the same.
Well, there's been a lot of scrutiny of Mark's lead-out train, or lack of lead-out train.
Yeah, there's no denying it. He hasn't got, you know, the lead out of DSM, for example. But I think in Sanchez, Fedorov, Bol and Lusenko is classy. They're going to put him in the right position.
We try and we get everything we can do right, and people are faster. That's how it is. But as long as we do everything we can do in our control to get the best out of ourselves, then I'll be happy.
But yeah, Caleb did swing right across, and there's Mark Cavendish on his wheel in the sprint. And looking good.
He's looking very good, isn't he, Mark Cavendish? There was a clear distance between the front and 6th place, but look at Cavendish.
He's still sprinting, yeah. I mean, that's he wasn't weakening.
6th place, but above all, I think a really encouraging performance from the team. How much heart do you take from that?
Yeah, I'm happy with that. OK, obviously, we'd like to win, but I'm happy with how the boys rode. I'm happy with the speed. You've seen the teams that are up there with more dialed teams, the teams that do it day in, day out. But yeah, we had a plan to get me at the front there into 2K to go into that U-turn. And that's what the boys committed to, that's what they did perfect. So actually it was job complete there. It was just down to me trying to find the right wheels after that.
How much did the homework I know Mark Renshaw has been putting in a lot of homework into these finishes, how much did that help today?
Helped a lot, not just in the final, a little bit there. The last 25k with them climbs in little kicks, knowing exactly just how long they were, how to stay up there, where to move up before the roundabouts. It helped an awful lot. Yeah, I think with what he said, he nailed it, and the boys nailed that for me. You see, Louis Leon was always with me, Case was always with me. We knew Alpecin would nail it. I was quite happy to try and sit with them. But I always had the boys just move me up, give me space on the roundabout, so that I had to spend as little energy as possible, you know. Yeah, super happy, super happy.